How did the Nigerian military recently stop a coup attempt in Benin? And what's this say for the future of Nigerian military intervention in Africa as a whole? So, for those of you who don't know, Benin is a small West African country that borders Nigeria and is a close ally of Nigeria. And recently, Benin suffered a coup attempt where a rogue faction of its military tried to overthrow the democratically elected government. This coup attempt occurred on December 7th, last Sunday, where basically early in the morning, a group of rebel soldiers entered the national TV station Khartoum and announced they had taken over several key military and strategic sites all around the capital, and that they had effectively taken control of both the country and the government. However, by late afternoon of the same day, the situation had completely changed. The loyalist and government forces had basically retaken many of these key sites. By the end of the day, the country's president, Patrice Talon, had said that the rebels had been defeated and that the coup attempt was effectively over. Now, all this is pretty common knowledge, but what most people don't know is that the Nigerian military was directly responsible for preventing the coup from being successful, and Nigeria not only politically and diplomatically supported Benin during this crisis, but actually lended its own physical military capabilities in order to prevent the rebels taking power. According to multiple news agencies, Nigeria's military directly responded to the coup by deploying its air force to bomb key strategic locations, such as the previously mentioned TV station and a military base nearby, in order to dislodge the rebels from these locations. It also later deployed peacekeeping troops under ECOWAS, or the Economic Community of West African States, alongside other countries like Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, and Ghana, in order to restore law and order to the country after the crisis had been thwarted. Now, while this may not sound like much, this is a huge development for Nigeria, which, while having one of Africa's largest and most sophisticated militaries, generally only deploys its military in domestic situations, such as against Boko Haram or other jihadist groups. With this intervention being one of the first times in many recent years, Nigeria has used its military to influence the external politics of another nation, even if the Benin government requested it to do so. Recent intervention is also seen as a stand against the string of coups d'etats that have affected West African countries in recent years, with the Sahel states that border West Africa, such as Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, all having their democratically elected governments overthrown and replaced by military ones. And it could be said that Nigeria's intervention is a direct message to these states that Nigeria, as a regional power, no longer allow democratically elected countries in West Africa to be overthrown through the force of arms and replaced by military coup d'etat governments. Whatever the case, the fact is that this marks the first time in many years that Nigeria has used its own military force to directly influence and impact the politics of another nation. And this could open the door for more military interventions in Nigeria as it tried to maintain its political alliances and strengthen its sphere of influence. So do you think it was right that Nigeria's military intervened on Benin's behalf, or should it have stayed out of the politics of Benin's country and allowed things to play out naturally? Currently in Safaga, Nigeria, on our forum, on the Safaga website, we're running a similar strand of questions relating from everything from domestic unemployment to geopolitics of the US. These questions are a very good way to gauge how other people feel about similar topics to yourself. And the fact is that they're very easy to access, with the forum can be accessed from any mobile device, such as your laptop or phone, and through a simple link, of which I'll put in the description and comments in this video. So please go vote. Thanks for watching the video, and please continue to follow Safaga Nigeria as we bring you more news and insights.